Hello everyone, welcome back to Skillify. Today we'll be seeing how we actually implement this data validation thing in our Excel sheet. Okay, so data validation means nothing but you are validating a range of data for a specific cell. Okay, so let's take it within help of an example. So I'm asking someone that what is you have to name your country in which you have born. So I'm asking you name your birth country. So what I want is two option is there. One is that someone will come and type out. Let's say I am from India, so I will type India. But this is not the way, right? I don't want you to type it manually because most of the time when we go to ask data to someone, so in that scenario, people do some like kind of mischievous things, like they type something which is not relevant and all. So I want to restrict my data for this cell. Okay, so there are 2 to 3 things to do here right now. I want to create a drop down list. Okay, so first thing I will be doing is I will be creating a drop down list, and on that drop down list, what I'll be doing, I am validating my data. So that person can just select from a sheet, and I will show you the pros and cons of that. So what you have to do is simple to implement data validation. Select this particular cell and come to this data tab. So you have to move to the data tab. In the data tab, you have this option as data tool. Okay. So understand the hierarchy which we have discussed in the introductory section. If you haven't checked this out yet, you can just check that our first lecture. So in that I have discussed what is the hierarchy in Excel. So we have this data tool is the name of a group. So in the data tool group, I have this option as data validation. So click on this drop down and select the data validation. You'll be having this dialog box in front of you. So it is asking like validation criteria. So it is saying any value. No, I don't want any value. I want a list. So by clicking on this drop down, I will be selecting a list. After that, it is asking us for the source data. Okay. So now to implement that data validation part or to create a drop down list, I might need a list of the country's name, right? So I already have that. What I'll do is simple. I will just click on this arrow. I will move to the another sheet, right? And I will just select this range. So control shift down. Okay. This range is selected. Come back to this particular area. Okay. Yes. Okay. And let's hit on OK. Now see, there's one thing which happened on the screen is simple. If I click somewhere else, there is no difference. There is no change in my sheet. But if you come to this particular cell, if you click on it, you'll see there is kind of drop down thing. So if you click on this drop down, so you have name of your countries. You can see that. Let's say I'm someone who is from India. They can just search out for their name, right? They can just search out for their country this way. You can just go for the, okay, India. This is the way. But there is right now we have the numbers also attached to it. It's up to you. Either you want to make different type of drop down or data validates. Now let's take one more example of this to get better understanding of this. Let's say I'm asking you what is your birthday month? Okay. My question is what is your birthday month? Second question I'm asking you, are you a student? Okay. So now I assume the scenario. For this, what is your birthday month? I need a list in which there will be name of the month so that person can just select out. So let's create that particular range. So I already have that, or I can just show you right now. I can just type January, and that's all. All you need is just drag it, select this January, and drag it down. You'll have the data till December I need. Okay. This is my data. What I'll do is simple. I will select the cell which is next to this question. Select this, come to this data tab, go to this data tool, click on data validation, select data validation. You'll be having a pop-up. From this validation criteria, first thing from allow section, click on drop down, select a list because we have to create a drop down list. Now it will ask you for a source data. So in this scenario, my source data is January and February. So I will be selecting this range. Just click on source data, select the range. Okay. And just hit on OK. And now you see there is a drop down. So if I need to select in the month of my birthday, I will click on this drop down and I can select it. Now let's say there is a person who is just trying to just make some changes to data. Let's say someone is trying to put something randomly, okay, this way. So if I hit enter, so it will throw an error message that this value doesn't match the data validation restriction defined for this particular cell. So I will just go with cancel. So basically you have to understand what exactly we have done. So we have restricted a range for this particular cell. Now second question is, are you a student? So in this there will be just two things I want to ask. Either you are a student or not. So just type yes or no. So it's up to you. You can type it also. But again, I have told you. So to restricting the particular input is the best idea to get the correct output. Select this range, select this cell, come to this data tab and come to this data validation. Again, from any value, select the list. This time, instead of giving it my source data, I can just type out the source data. Okay, I just want this to be my in answer. Like I just want this, and I just click on OK. And now there is a drop down. I'm asking you, are you a student? Just select this cell, click on drop down. You can just select no. You can select yes. So this is the way we work on data validation. That's all for video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.